All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, Juan D. Klauser. Episode 227. Sorry, Lola. Of this great and wonderful show. Welcome. How are you? Salutations. So, you guys might be like, why is that camera shaking? So, I got this new little device. And, so it's like a jib arm like this. And you can move it, and it's built on a 3-point system. So you hook it in, that's a point. You hook it up, and then it hooks to here. That's a point. That's point 2, and then it has another point like this. That's point 3, and then it has its head, the ball head of it, and you can like move it around like at a 365-degree angle. So what I've realized is that I think maybe the camera that I'm using is a little bit too big, and it's a little old. I think I'm trying it out, but the only problem is that like I have my microphone arm, so it's basically like this microphone arm, but it's for a camera, and I did it because I wanted to free up space. Because the idea was like, oh, if I use that to connect my camera, because my camera is now off the table, I have all the space that the tripod was taking up for the camera. But hey, it is what it is. I got it used for like $21. Like it for what it's built really well. It's just I think it might be just a little, but the camera I'm using might be a little bit too heavy, which I was expecting. So I think I should probably I've been thinking about moving over to a camcorder, like a 4K camcorder, because when I first started doing podcasts, this is what we use. You just use camcorders because then you can film for like hours. It's basically if you have a 164 gig little like thumb drive or like, SIM card, it'll just record and record and record until the camera burns out, like overheats and turns off, or the battery burns out, or before you run out of battery space, like record space. So I'm like, maybe I should just do that, and then it'll up my camera quality of my show. And because like those little camcorders, it's crazy how like the quality level of those little camcorders have gone up, and it'd be kind of interesting to kind of play with that kind of stuff. And now it's like I got a lot of my adult stuff bills done, and I don't know if have I talked to you guys about like how I got my students loan like forgiven, which is absolutely insane. I don't know how that. It's just life is weird. So like it's just a lot of like everything. People are like, hey John, like you should be doing this podcast. This podcast should be making you money. It's like, well, maybe I just into things that are fun. Maybe I just want to do things that make me happy, and having things that make you happy tends. I'm not gonna. This might be crazy. Tend to make everything better in life. It just does. It makes it makes things more tolerable in life, like when things occur, because it's all about, I feel, because as Americans, we want to have like this whole idea that we're perfect, but that's not true. That's not life. That's not real. It's like what's fun is like fucking up and like maybe not having like the coolest job in the world, but in the process of trying to get like a cool job, I guess you could say, which is fucking stupid thing to think. That's the idea. That's the plan, that we work so hard to get a job, and then we work 50, 60 fucking hours at that job. Like what? That doesn't make any goddamn to me. That makes no fucking sense. It's like we live in America. You just need health insurance, vision, and like dental. And they're like, like if you don't have kids, living in America actually isn't that expensive. I'm sorry, but it really isn't. Like you can live a place for $1,000. You can find groceries are, but you can have rice, chicken, and broth. I'm not saying you're gonna live the most exciting of life. That's the thing. You might not be having the most exciting of life, but like to say that like for families, I think in America it's a little more expensive, but I'm putting that out because I put bars, so like I just wanted to. I don't know if that's. You're really seeing how the sausage is made here, and I'm sorry for the shaking of the camera. I'll figure that out. It's just like, damn. Because I was so excited because I wasn't expecting to get this till Sunday, and it's Friday now. And I'm like, fuck, I need to just like record and do something. I just want to film something and use it because one of the funnest things is getting camera equipment. But what I was saying is like, so like I got all my adult stuff paid for, that bills and responsibilities. So now it's like, well, like that money that you would spend on like a car payment or like a student loan payback like payment, why don't you use that now? You can use that for like some camera gear, maybe a new camera. And it's like, because some other stuff, so you can do some side projects that you were wanting to do. It's just, it's a great time. I'm 30 fucking five. I live a great life. I've been very lucky to have this life because I was born on Honduras, and like I should have this life. But because I have this life, I'm gonna try to seize it, try to take advantage of it. But guys, so I'm like about 6.5 minutes into this podcast. So you guys want to do should we do the video of the week? Right? Should you guys want to do it? All right. Here we go.
He's not black.
Yes, I am. My dad's like 75%.
How big is your dick? His dad is black.
What?
How big is your
Bigger
dick?
than your fucking head.
Okay, you're black.
Welcome to The John Show with your hosts, John Doogie Clouser.
Dude, like my dad's like 75% black. Oh man, that's so fucking great. It's being a kid. Being a kid is just one of the most fun things in the world, because like that conversation is a conversation you have when you don't have to pay any taxes, you don't have to pay any bills, you don't have any worries in the world. It was so funny. The other day I was at the grocery store and this kid was laughing at this picture. He's like, look at those shoes. Oh my God, look at him. Oh my God. And I looked over to the person I'm with. I'm like, that is the laughter of somebody who has nothing to worry about, who has not been destroyed by the world yet. It is fascinating. It's just, oh my Jesus Christ, that's awesome. Good for that kid. I hope he stays like that. And yeah, it's just, life is crazy. But talking about dicks, that it's a great segue to, I guess, the first thing that we the things that we're going to talk about this week. So I found this thing, something that came to my attention, kind of weird. So I have to, let me pull it up because I need to make sure I say it correctly. Oh God, let's see. Kyhodesme. 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 So, do you guys know what this is? I just discovered what this was. So, very interesting. So, it is like roughly translated from Greek to English. It means like a dog tag. It's basically a cord or a string or some sort of like leather strip it's worn primarily by athletes in ancient Greece to prevent the exposure of the gland penis in public. So basically, because all of them, would you say majority of the time in ancient Greece, like those men were not circumcised. So you if you don't know this, ladies, there is, when you're born as a man, you have the skin around the head of your penis, and then when you get erection, that's the head comes out of it because it's just kind of like spawns. Western culture, a lot of us, we tend to get it circumcised. Jews do it because it's considered like just hygienic, because it's kind of dirty, because you can get a lot of dirty and a lot of infections and stuff like that. It makes, not, I guess, being circumcised, your dick is less sensitive, yes. But so there's a skin that goes around it. So basically, if this is your head of your penis, like the skin's around it, and like there's a tip, right? And then like it opens and expands, and then your dick head would get bigger and it comes out, right? So that the little extra foreskin, you take a piece of string or a piece of leather a leather device, and then you tie it a little bow, and that's a conism. I didn't know. You know, when you think you've learned a lot of things, then you learn something like that. You're like, huh, humans, we are incredibly fucking weird. Because, they used to do everything naked. Naked. It's God, yeah. So, what else? Okay, so, to move into the penises during sporting competitions, it was tied tightly around the most delicate thermal position of the foreskin that expands beyond the glands. Huh. Ancient Greece art of. Oh, here's a picture of it. Ain't that just a cute little thing? Probably gonna get in trouble for that. Okay, yeah, can't show that. Actually, wait, I guess I can record it. Oh my God. It's just so weird. Such a weird thing to do. Oh my God. Oh man. Huh. It looks so fucking painful. It just looks. Why would you do it? Think about then sweating around that little area, and that skin's so sensitive anyway. So just the chafing of the skin with the leather. Just gross. Why? It just this is the weird shit that I see sometimes that I find. It's just odd. But yeah, that's that's a thing that was around. So what else? What else do we have? What websites? What are the things that I have this week? What are the random weird things, right? Let's see here. I feel like I didn't find anything that crazy. I think that thing I just told you was the most craziest thing. So I was looking I was talking to somebody at work, and they were talking about how the reason why pirates wear patches over an eye was to help them to be able to fight in the dark and stuff like that. And I'm like, I wonder how much of this is true, because I feel like this is kind of bullshit. It could be bullshit, maybe. Who knows? So, guess what we're gonna do? I'm like, this would be a great thing to do on the podcast. So, I googled why do pirates wear eye patches. The eye patch could be used to prepare one's eye to see in the dark. So when it would be below deck, it would be able to swipe the eye patch from one eye to another to see with the eye. Okay. That has already adjusted to low light conditions. This would allow them to instantly see in the dark. Okay, that makes sense. There apparently was because I guess that's kind of true. Over time, swine bucklers would often find themselves embroiled in combat after learned how to adapt. In combat, had to learn how to adapt. Of course, the only way to move stealthily through the dark of the night, was to use one eye fully. By wearing a patch over one eye, pirates could trick their vision into adjusting to the darkness more quickly. Interesting. So I guess maybe it was true. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe the friend wasn't wrong. Maybe they weren't lying to me. They were actually telling me the truth. So, but yeah, that was interesting. That's just weird shit. Just odd. Just that's odd shit that I look up. I'm such a weird human. What's the next thing? Oh boy, this is back to weird sex things. So, did you guys know that this is a thing? It's a fucking a reusable tampon cup. I didn't know this was a thing. Had no clue. Oh, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was. It looks the things that women put into their vagina. Is it the vagina or is it the pussy? I don't know. They all look absolutely terrifying. It's so funny because if this is if they say, if men had to deal with this, we would find such a more humane way of having this done. But we're just well, never will have to deal with this, so I never will ever ever try to find a way to make this more comfortable. Like, I'm just like, all of it. This looks so painful. It's a fucking reusable cup. And it just seals everything you need to know about the menstrual cups. Yeah, I guess everything you need to know about the menstrual cups. For starters, a review of study found that the cups are as safe and effective as pads and tampons, as well as less expensive. God damn it, Juan. The average woman uses a mind-boggling 11,000 pads and tampons in her life. Good googly moogly. As a result, approximately 20 million disposable menstrual products, most of which contain plastics, won't biodegrade for hundreds of years, get dumped in landfills annually. If the idea of your period products overliving you makes you queasy, we have good news. Thank God. There's this thing called a menstrual cup. Just as safe and effective as pads and tampons and less expensive in the long run. What is a menstrual cup and how in the heck do I get it in there? You know what? That's exactly how I would say it. Okay, so the bell-shaped cup is folded and inserted into the vaginal cavity to collect menstrual blood. Gross. Just joking. It's not that big of a deal. I really don't care. It does kind of smell though. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, or I could also just have a sensitive nose. Who knows? I could just have one of those noses that just knows those things that I'm just like, ooh, oh no. I have to walk away. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Okay, so the menstrual blood says Yolanda Kirkham, an OBGYN at the Women's College Hospital at St. Joseph's Health Center, RE, not ER, in Toronto. It could be changed less often than a tampon in a pad, which is gross, and can be reused during each cycle and over many years, while today's versions are typically made by medical grade silicone. The very first menstrual cup invented by American actor. What? I just want to make sure. Leona Chalmers. We're going to look you up, baby. Leona Chalmers was made in 1937 with a latex rubber. Interesting. Let's look you up, girl. Okay, so we are going to look you up. You are an actress, Leona Chalmers. Yes, you are. Actor and writer, inventor of the first usable and viable menstrual cup. Yep. Also is well known as actress who wrote the book The Intimate Side of a Woman's Life. Interesting. The Intimate Side of a Woman's Life. Huh. I might have to look at and find the synopsis of that. But interesting. Such a great, weird thing. But isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, guys? Like, people in general, like, wow. We'll never have to deal with that. And like I told you earlier, living a good life. Certain things I will never have to get stressed about. And that's one of them. I will never have to put a menstrual cup inside me. I will, but I don't have to. That's the thing, is I don't have to. I will though. I'm going to. Actually, I have one in right now. Why do you think I'm swarming around? Oh boy. So should we do you guys want to look at the videos of the week? These videos? All right, you want to do that? All right. I guess here we go.
Hej! Okej, bra. Ta det lugnt. Tänk om jag failar. Det är inte så farligt. Jag får i munnen verkligen. Jag kände liksom... Hej tjejer! Bra tjejer! Bra!
That's fucking wild. Like, think about that because when guys see stuff like that, we're just like, okay, we're just seeing like each one. All we're thinking is like, okay, this is how they react when they have a bunch of cum in their mouth. This is each one of them, and like you see the last girl, she just swallows it. She's like, dude, you can just had the feeling that she's just a fucking cum guzzler, and I hate saying that kind of stuff because like I'm too old to be saying things like that, but like sometimes a spade is a spade. Am I right or am I wrong? It's just one of those things, y'all. It's just wild to do that. It's just wild. It's hilarious because like you see that stuff because that's stuff that guys do, but when you see women do it, you're like, oh, women can be wild as well. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. I guess we'll do the next video. Kind of falls in line in the same thing. Goes like this.
That nigga made a balloon animal, cuz.
Balloon animal. Rough. All right. The next one. This one really. It's more of like a visual one. So this is the reason why you should watch the podcast, not just listen to it sometimes. Wild. Fucking wild. And that's like really all I had. Like the other one I can't really show. Let's see if I can find any videos from last week. I'm pretty sure I probably deleted them. I'm almost positive. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is a very interesting video. You guys want to see a weird interesting video? All right, I'll show you this one. Right? Weird. I know. Like, I mean, that's a spicy meatball, you know? I really was expecting that. Let me see it. Let me just try to find some more like videos. Let's see here. Oh, this is an interesting one. I'll play this one. This is gonna be number 5. I'm just like showing you random shit now.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to the barbecue.
Farting stuff's hilarious. I love farting. It's hilarious. It's just funny. Like it's just such juvenile jokes, and no matter what, like at the root of it, don't we all just love? Don't we just all love a great fart joke or fart sound? Like it's just like, what the fuck? It's just random and it's out there, and it's just part of life, you know. I guess like if you want to, I guess what we should do, get to the last segment of the night. We're I'm almost about 25 minutes into this podcast. Yeah. So what we do is we go in this place called Craigslist Misconnections. If you're not familiar with it, there's a place called Craigslist, right? We've all heard of it. We've all been there. There's this little spot. It's called Misconnections. People go there because they had a moment with a human, and then they try to reconnect somehow. I don't know why. And yeah, and then that's about how it works. That's just about how it is. And I just try to help bring two souls together if I can. Who knows? So we'll read the first one. Miss my day, lady friend. Waterloo and surrounding. If it's a lot Waterloo, Iowa, I've been to Waterloo, Iowa. It's there's not much there. It's pretty cool though. I mean, I enjoyed going there. It wasn't terrible. It was like 3.5 hour drive from Missouri, from where I live in Missouri. Anyway, so yeah. What happened to my younger lady playmate? Remember, you liked having a friend to share that other side of yourself in secret? Okay, that's kind of weird. And I feel like she probably grew up. See, this is what happens. Like sometimes what happens is like a girl wants to get fucked. She doesn't have very much things, but guys will literally just will fuck damn near anything. And so what happens is that this girl will like have these horrible, not horrible experiences, but will have these like really like what the fuck experiences, and she'll think that they're like mind shattering, but in reality they're really not. And then what happens is she goes to college, she grows up, she gets a little bit older, she gets a job, she meets some guy at that job, apparently, you ask for a number, takes on a date, they bang in the back of a car, and then what happens is her fucking brain's like, oh my god, this is actually really good, this is more fun, this dick's bigger, this is the sex better, like he comes on my face, there's a whole bunch of different things that can happen. Then what happens after that? She's like, oh, I can't believe I was fucking that dinosaur. And then she's like, I gotta stop fucking that dinosaur. And then unless she has mommy issues, she will either stop fucking that dinosaur or still fuck that old guy. Sometimes money too, and it's just crazy. Like, and I tend to date girls that still fuck those dinosaurs. Anyway. Next one. Next Craigslist thing. Okay. Anyone up for fishing? Coffeyville, Kansas. I like fishing with somebody. You bring the worms, I got everything else. Coffeyville, Kansas. Wild stuff. I've been thinking about picking up fishing. I'm like, I don't think I need another hobby. I'm like, I think I'm tapped. I think I'm good with golf and film and writing. I think those are my things. I think that's really where I should be in my world, in my life, and what I do. That's what I should be doing, and that's what I've been doing. Just fun, and like, dude, it's so funny. Oh my god, my fucking iron, my 7 irons, man, my irons. But my drive, great, been real good, been real consistent, real consistent. It's just that, it's just those clubs, man. It's just those irons. You know what I mean? Y'all mean? All right. So let's go to the next one. If you're wondering, yeah, I did golf today. I did. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. It was a good time. I had a lot of fun. Okay. I want to taste you. Cedar Rapids. I'm looking for something tasty. If you are a lady, I want to take my time and really savor my treat. Ugh. Anything else can be discussed. You must be local to Cedar Rapids or Iowa City and able to host. Okay, I'll eat the shit out of your pussy, but you can't do it at my place. Can't do it at my place. That is wild. I'm looking for something tasty. If you're a lady, I want to take my time and really savor my treat. Anything else can be discussed. You must be local to Cedar Rapids or Iowa City and able to host. Wild stuff. I couldn't write that if I was trying. That's what makes it so funny sometimes. You're just like, what the fuck? And that's a guy who probably wrote that jerking off. Just saying. Next one. Gave you a ride, Joplin, which I'm assuming Joplin, Missouri. I don't know any other Joplins in the United States. Gave you a ride the other day. You were busy and said you didn't have a phone. That was a fucking lie. I hope you see this. Hit me up if you do. Would like to hang out some more. Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's that. Well, guys, that's the podcast. The thing just went off. I made it through another show. I don't know what else to tell you. We'll work on this framing. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, wash your hands both ways. Pick up a hobby. Have fun. Be safe. Do a thing. Have fun. All right. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.